Hello everyone, I'm Dea and I'm going to talk to you guys about the movie Moana. Before we start, I want to ask a question first. Who has seen that movie Moana? Okay, for those who have, we can imagine the ocean, the song, and the adventure. Well, well, behind all that, it turns out that Moana has an interesting message of multiculturalism that is worth for we are discussing today. So guys, Moana is a 2016 Disney movie directed by Horace Kallen and John Musker. They are regular Disney directors who also made The Little Mermaid, Aladdin, and Hercules movie. You could say that these are the people who followed our childhood with Disney songs. So guys, the difference is that in Moana, they didn't just make up a story. They worked with Polynesian culture consultant. So this is not just a supposed culture, but a culture that was really researched. This time, Disney thought, don't get the culture wrong, or netizens will get angry. Now, let's get into the discussion of this film. The story is about Moana, a girl from the island of Multicultural. Her life was actually soft, calm, peaceful, and quiet. But suddenly, nature began to fall into chaos. Business separate, and plants began to die. So the atmosphere was no longer like a vacation, but more than like a struggle for survival. And yeah, guys, Moana wants to save her island. But the problem is Moana's father forbade everyone from silent far away. Moana is like a child who is told, don't go there, but instead become even more curious. And yes, she's the main character, right? So, if she didn't have any problem, she would not be worthy of being the main character. And in the end, she got everywhere. And why this film is suitable for discussing multiculturalism? So, the film Moana is a little different from other Disney movies. What makes Moana different is that this film does not just show beautiful ocean and nice songs, but also Polynesian culture through sailing tradition, ancestral story, music, and their way of seeing nature. The culture is not just a background, but like an additional character in this film. Now let's move into the first theory. According to Stuart Hall, identity is not something you are born with. Identity is formed through story and experience. In Moana, Moana is initially confused about herself. She feels, why am I different from the people on this island? But the farther she travels, the more she understands who she is. So, Moana identity is from slowly. It's like when we are in our first semester, still confused, then suddenly realize, oh, this is who I am. Then there is your Kymlicka theory, who discusses multicultural citizenship. The point is that cultural groups, especially indigenous people, have the right to preserve their culture. In this film, the Moana community is portrayed as having its own way of life that cannot be equated with other cultures. Moana, as a future leader, does not force everyone to become modern. she actually saved her community by holding on their cultural value. So it's not about changing culture, but understanding one's own culture. And then the third theory, Horace Kallen talks about cultural pluralism. He believes that culture can coexist without having to merge into one. So it's not like you have to be like me, but we are different, but we are okay. So Moana fits this concept perfectly. Polynesian culture is not changed into Western culture to make it more marketable. Instead, the culture stands on its own and still respected. So this time, Disney does not force everyone to wear Western glasses in order to remain marketable, but just accept the culture as it is. Okay guys, this film also teaches us about the relationship between humans and nature. The problem in this film arises because nature is being destroyed and the solution is not to fight, but to restore the balance. So the message is subtle but effective. Nature is not enemy, but a partner. So guys, overall, Moana is not just animated film for singing. This film teaches us about culture, identity, and how to appreciate the differences. And most importantly, this film teaches us that cultural differences are not a problem, but can actually be a strength. And yes, after watching Moana, we all want to go to the sea, even though we cannot drive the boat. So guys, that's all about our discussion today. And I hope you are enjoy and thank you.